Will President Ramaphosa accept the ANC nomination, yes or no? Well, in this video, I have very interesting news which you would like to know. What was the answer of the president when they asked him by journalists to know, Mr. President, now that the ANC branches have nominated you, are you going to accept it or reject the nomination? Hello everyone, welcome to Coolbez, welcome back to another video. Well, in today's video's review, we're going to focus a little bit about the nomination of the President of the Republic, Pres.Ramaphosa. Guys, it is very important you get to know that the ANC, they have done with the nomination. Now it is about time where we get to see candidates who were nominated to start proclaiming themselves or trying to tell people in time to know whether they are going to accept this nomination or not. And this time, the president had an opportunity for him to give his point of view or his answer when he attended BGM, Branches General Meeting. Well, as you know that the whole year so far, it was about ANC getting to put all the branches together so that they can come up with the candidates. And we get to see people who have got nominated by branches. Of course, we're talking also about this other people who had nominated themselves automatically. So, guys, the president did also participate in this branches general meeting. After this meeting was over, they had to ask the president, what is your answer now that you are being nominated to represent the ANC in upcoming election in 2024? Guys, listen to what the president had to respond about it. There you have it. That is the president trying to avoid the questions which was put to him by the journalist. Well, guys, as I said earlier on, you know, branches do get nominate candidates, but the candidates have the right to say yes, they have accepted the nomination or not on the day when the Congress will have to take place. And in most of the case, the candidate don't need to wait until when the Congress will have to start in order for them to give the opinions or the point of view whether they have accepted the nomination or not. And that is the reason why you get to see some candidates get even to the point of nominating themselves by saying that if I get nominated, I'll say yes. Or some will say that no, I'm not gonna accept the nomination because I think 1, 2, 3 reasons. Some they will even come and suggest to nominate someone else, asking people or branches who are thinking to nominate him or her that, guys, thank you so much for nominating me, but I don't think it's gonna be a good idea for me to accept this nomination. Instead, since you guys are supporting me, let us take all our support and support this so-called person. That happens in most of the time. Okay, now in Mr. President's case here, he had also the same privilege, a same opportunity as other candidates to just answer to the question, Mr. President, are you accepting the nomination which the ANC members had nominated you, yes or no? That was the question. But the president, as clever enough as he is, he did not want to give his position on it. Instead, he asked the media to wait until when that day comes, we will have to decide. Well, here in Coolbez, we have some interesting point which we would like to bring out from our review as we are trying to analyze it together with you. Guys, President not answering about these questions, there's a reasons behind it. Reason number one is that the president is well aware that there is a lot going on in his life. As a head of the state of the country, all the crises, we're talking about the ESCOM, unemployment, food price, petrol, all these issues that we are all familiar with, it is on the shoulder of the president. That is the reason number one that can make him not to answer or give his position whether he's going to accept this nomination or not. Reasons number two, the president, he have already enough on his shoulder when it has to do with pala money robbery. That is another big heavy load that the president is carrying on. He don't know actually how is he going to survive it, because when you look on the opposition side, what they are doing so far, they have taken this whole issue as an opportunity. As I always tell you guys, that the job of an opposition party or opposition leader, it is to make sure that you make mistake, they'll take that mistake and use it against you. They'll take your wrongdoing and use it against your voters. And that's what they've been doing so far. They're trying to blackmail the president. They are trying to do things and make him look like a bad person, even if he's not. But the job as oppositions is to make sure that the president acknowledge that I have failed on 1, 2, 3 things, and that's what they're doing. And so far, they have taken this thing of pala money robbery. They are using it against him. And when you look at the opposition political parties, they kind of asking the president to step aside from the office. Guys, I'll tell you more about this in details, but right now what I can tell you for sure is that if the president acknowledge to step aside as Jacob Zuma did, the next things for him, it will be for him to find himself inside the court. Do you know why he will have to find himself inside the court? Because when you look close on the matter of Pala, you can tell that there's some violation of the law of this country which took place in there. So if the president step outside of the office as a president, the next thing they will have to call him inside the court and start questioning him of what had happened. So with all this, is not going to allow the president to acknowledge or to accept and obey to what the opposition leaders are asking him to step aside from the office as a president. Now, with all that being said, it is also one of the reasons why the president, he don't want to tell people whether he's going to accept the ANC nomination, yes or not. That is just for now. Now let's continue a little bit further. The president, as you see him, he knows very well that if he say right now that, okay guys, I have accepted the nomination, which means it will raise a lot of problems, it will raise a lot of issue again, and people will have to start complaining again about him. And when they will start complaining about him, they will raise things like pala, they will raise problem. All this problem that you see people keep on talking about him, they will raise it up. So clever enough as he is, he don't want to give his position right now, because he knows his position, it can also make the ANC members who will have to come and vote for him in this Congress, they might start changing up his mind, because him speaking, it will raise a lot of opinions in the public. And once these opinions comes, trust me, I don't think positive opinions or good opinions will come out of from public. Instead, it will be all about criticizing and everything. So once that comes, it will make people who are going to vote to not even vote for him, because they will see like, okay, it looks like people, they don't like this about the president. And if we have to go and vote the president, which means we'll lose the voters. And remember, these branches, they are divided at the moment. There are those who still want to see Ramaphosa coming back in the second terms. And there are those who don't want to see him. And there's still those members who feel like since Ramaphosa came in power as the head of the ANC president, there's a lot better things that have happened already. And those kind of people, they believe like it's not a good idea to continue keeping Ramaphosa as the president of the ANC. They prefer to see him going out and replace him with someone else. And there's still also another categories of people among the ANC branch members who are going to vote, who believe that Ramaphosa, we need to keep him, because if we remove him, it will show that the ANC, we don't have candidates anymore, and we might end up losing the election. So it is all about this game which it's happening, it's being played inside the ANC between members. And for that reason, it requires President Ramaphosa to be more careful in his answer before he gets to give it. Instead, he preferred to keep it for himself and surprise people in the Congress. But guys, let's move forward. Now that, for example, in 1 month, the Congress will start. Now, how will the president have to respond to this question when they'll ask him, are you going to accept this nomination, yes or no? Now it depends. It is either the president has to sacrifice himself so that the ANC, with his new leadership, they can go to the election in 2024 and win it. Or the president will have to maintain himself regardless of whatsoever people are accusing him of, to remain as the president of the ANC and go to the election and lose it. That it is another surprise that the president will be holding. But still, right now, the president have not get any insurance that if he's no longer president of this country, is going to be protected and his belonging. That it is another insurance that any president would like to get, especially if you are being accused of something. Let's wait and see if that will be possible for the president. So guys, you get it all. We have analyzed the situation on the table. We gave you our best review and our best analytics. What do you need to take from this video? Well, guys, the president is not going to give the his answer about this nomination as other candidate does, as we saw with different candidates who have accepted already. Instead, the president, he would like to keep his choice within himself, because he knows the moment you open the mouth, there'll be a lot of a scandal out there. People would like to comment about it, and he's not too sure whether they'll comment it in a good way or bad way. So he's trying to protect his personality and try all the best by all means to avoid the scandal. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again in another video, but before you go, please do me another favor. Do subscribe to the channel. Give me your thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. For now, continue to be yourself. Have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. Ciao, ciao.